Hello, my name is Robert, and in this informative video I'll be discussing the concept of marketing strategy and its application in the modern business landscape. In particular, I'll define marketing strategy and how strategy impacts the way businesses are run to achieve organizational goals. I'll run through the marketing concept and we'll explore in detail the marketing strategy known as the Blue Ocean strategy and the concept of the buyer decision process through examples of successful execution by large companies. So, the marketing concept is an underlying business philosophy that operates on the premise that the organization that best meets the needs of the customer is best placed to satisfy their own organizational needs and achieve organizational success. Indifferent to the selling concept, the marketing concept puts the needs of the customer before the organization by building profitable exchange relationships with the organization itself, its customers, channel partners, and overall society. So I'll move on to the definition of marketing strategy. Strategy is a broad term that originates from the Greek word strategos and is largely popularized by the book The Art of War by Sun Tzu. The art of war is often explored and applied in a business context as a modern-day version of war. Chandler offers a concise definition of strategy as follows. Marketing strategy is concerned with the long-term planning and execution of activities and tactics to achieve business goals. In summary, marketing strategy revolves around the identification of the company's unique value proposition. This may be in terms of a low-cost strategy or a differentiation strategy, for example. Marketing strategy also considers where and how to compete in the marketplace, resources required in execution, and value proposition sustainability. The Blue Ocean strategy is a marketing theory developed by Kim and Malborn, which focuses on the concept of discovering, operating, and controlling new market spaces instead of competing in existing ones. The Blue Ocean strategy depicts the idea of the business landscape as two different kinds of market spaces, red oceans and blue oceans. Red oceans represent market space that we currently know. These are representative of industries where industries exist and compete with others to earn a greater share of the existing demand. As competition increases, growth and profits reduce, resulting in commoditized goods and turning the water bloody, hence the red ocean. Blue oceans are representative of industries that are not in existence today and are characterized as unknown market space which is untainted by competition. In blue oceans, demand is instead created and captured, providing the opportunity for greater profits and growth. In most cases, blue oceans are created within a red ocean where a competitor exceeds the boundaries of its industry through value innovation. Kim and Malborn argue that red ocean strategies are simply not enough to gain a sustainable competitive advantage, and only by implementing blue ocean strategies or creating new demand, companies are better able to grow, profit, and control new market space. There are some fundamental differences between red ocean and blue ocean strategy, which I'll explore in the examples of Blockbuster and Netflix. The Blockbuster chain was a bricks and mortar home video and game rental service that was created in 1985 and went bankrupt in 2014. It is said that competition from Netflix and other on-demand internet streaming services led to Blockbuster's eventual demise. Netflix was created in 1997 amidst a fierce red ocean of movie rental providers and went to market with a different business model of flat fee, unlimited rentals without late fees, shipping and handling fees, or per title rental fees, much the opposite of Blockbuster's revenue model and other competitors of its time. For the sake of brevity, I'll explore some fundamental differences between red ocean and blue ocean strategy through these two companies. So, red oceans focus on competing for existing demand, whereas blue ocean strategies focus on the creation of demand through value innovation. Blockbuster operated in red oceans when they continued to compete against similar competitors using strategies designed to pull customers from other service providers by opening more bricks and mortar stores in spite of the dot-com boom and the opportunities in that internet era, or using other product strategies such as adjusting price models according to the competitors. This has the effect of reducing prices and subsequent profits for all competitors and stunts business growth. Netflix, on the other hand, directly attacked the weak areas of Blockbuster by eliminating bloated punishment pricing models on the rental of movies and gave power to the customer by offering a subscription model and becoming a market leader in the on-demand online movie rental market. Netflix created a blue ocean by operating as an on-demand service and shifted efforts to its online platform, creating new opportunities in an uncontested market space of its time. This gave Netflix a huge competitive advantage and earned significant brand equity. Here we can see two distinct differences which both contributed to the success of Netflix and the demise of Blockbuster. Blockbuster continued to try and compete for existing demand where Netflix operated in an uncontested market space, making competition relevant. It's also very notable that Blockbuster had the opportunity to purchase Netflix in the year 2000 for the cool price of $50 million, but passed on the purchase. In stark contrast between both services, we can see that the strategies Blockbuster executed had the opportunity cost between low price and product differentiation. Netflix executed massively on the value innovation and competed on both an effective price strategy and product differentiation, resulting in business success. This is a clear reminder of the potential of implementing blue ocean strategies in a red ocean market and how it can sometimes result in the disruption of entire industries. From historical blue ocean moves such as the Model T by Ford in 1908 to Uber in 2009 and other successful companies as of late, blue ocean strategy is just as relevant and applicable to business in the future. The buyer decision process is an important process that underpins the consumer activity of the consumption of goods and services. It can be defined as a collection of decisions that consumers make throughout the consumption journey. Understanding the buyer decision process is an important consideration in developing a successful market strategy. Practitioners must be able to identify key areas of the buyer decision process according to their products and services, as they can use these key insights to influence and assist the buyer through the sales pipeline from a suspect to an eventual repeat customer and brand evangelist. The buyer decision process can be split up into 3 time zones, known as the product selection, delivery, and post-purchase behavior phase. For the purposes of this video, we'll focus on the product selection phase through the example of purchasing a new car. So the first time zone can be summarized in a 7-step process where consumers discover an unmet need, consider options in fulfilling that unmet need against a framework of personal qualities and values, and eventually form expectations before purchasing. We'll explore this process further in the following. So in the example of buying a new car, an individual would start at the beginning of the buyer decision process where they would recognize an unmet need. This could manifest itself over time and would only trigger the action to search for a solution when there is sufficient strength or motivation to do so. When this happens, they enter a cost-benefit risk analysis, which is a test against their personal values, a consideration of consumption costs and qualities regarding the purchase, including some customer, organization, market, and product considerations. The consumer will be considering a number of factors at any given time and will personally allocate a certain weight to these factors accordingly. Consumption costs can be the form of monetary costs, time cost, and effort costs. For example, the consumer might think about how much discretionary income is available to him or how much disposable income he has available. In terms of consumption qualities, the consumer might think about some functional qualities of the product. For example, is it reliable? Social qualities, for example, what kind of social status would a Subaru or a Mercedes convey? Or even some physical qualities about the product. Concluding this analysis, the consumer proceeds to consider products according to this criteria, estimate risks, and form expectations about the product before purchasing. In concluding this video, I'd just like to emphasize the importance of having a strong marketing strategy. We discussed how implementing a blue ocean strategy can be a powerful tool in generating profit, growth, and market leadership. We also discussed the importance of understanding the consumer journey when marketing your product or service. These are excellent touch points we can use to capture attention and influence potential customers. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.